Hello, one and all, and welcome to the first episode of the Voluntary Viewing podcast to release in 2022, episode 169, recorded on January 10th.
Haha, it's our 69 cast.
Yeah! Get ready, fuckers.
I don't remember what we did on episode 69, but I'm sure we made a reference.
Yeah.
I think it was probably just like one reference. And then that was it.
Yeah, you're right. We're pretty good at being careful and not overstepping and running a joke into the ground. We're good at that for sure.
Some would say the 169 sexual position is better than 69 because it's just two people sucking each other off while somebody else
I was
jacks
gonna
off.
say, it's just like one person in the corner watching.
No.
Yeah, I thought the one would... Well, wouldn't the one have to be like a headless person?
No, they're just standing.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that why it's... Oh, so it's from above is your
No, yeah, the people
concept?
are 69ing like on a bed, and then the person who's the one is just standing next to them, presumably masturbating.
Right, but most 69ing isn't side to side, right? Like, most 69ing is one person on top of the other.
Look, it's not anatomically correct one way or another, Ryan.
I'm just saying if it was 169, it would be two people stacked on top of each other and then a headless person on top of them, right? Like the circle is the head? I don't know.
So, I'm saying this both as a tall person, to be fair, and also somebody who has lived a life filled with sexual proclivity. Is 69ing kind of overrated?
Right. Nah, 69 is great.
Fair. Andrew, tiebreaker.
Am I supposed to chime in?
This is what happens on this podcast.
It's all right. It's middle of the road.
Oh,
wow, great. Now we're just forever torn.
There are things that are better, but it's like
okay.
fun
I didn't
enough.
say that. I didn't say it was like the greatest thing since sliced bread. But I don't know. I disagreed with Lucas's hot take that it was sucky. I'm also tall.
Yeah,
it's good. It's a good time.
Fair
for all involved.
Get in the comments and settle this one, listeners.
Send us your emails via Patreon.
However you want to get in touch with us. And the people you're getting in touch with is the person who saw the nepotism going on in coaching in the NFL and decided, I can do better. The coach of the Green Bay Packers and their number one targeted receiver, Ryan Holtz.
Ryan Holtz.
Number 7, 6'3", 195, runs a 5.340. Slower than almost every tight end in the NFL, but he's lining up wide. Yeah, no, definitely not number one targeted wide receiver.
Oh, you're okay.
I'm not like forcing it to myself every single play. I have done that before in a video game, but I'm trying to keep him for funsies.
Okay.
But yeah, no, me and Andrew did play, and
it was bad.
Oh God, we had some hijinks.
And not only did he play against Andrew virtually, he played against him on the field because we also have the lead punter for the Celtic Tigers, Andrew Clark.
Nope. First off, the punter known as Andrew Clark is on the Green Bay Packers being coached by Ryan Holtz. And also has not punted once.
No.
He's the backup.
He has,
punter.
however, thrown plenty of times and has a better passer rating in the
Than Jalen
game
Hurts, my quarterback.
Than Jalen Hurts had. When me and Andrew played, I subbed Andrew in after I got up by like 40 points. And, tried to score a touchdown, and Andrew mauled his own player to the point where he fumbled as he was desperately trying to scramble in for a rushing touchdown.
Oh, no.
Andrew Clark took the ball, went in to go for a diving touchdown, and then Matt Judon, being controlled by a different Andrew Clark, lit him the fuck up and took the ball away.
Mercilessly destroyed him. And Andrew, having never, to my knowledge, played organized football, immediately fumbled the ball. And as any person who's literally never played the sport before being tackled by a 250-pound freak of nature would do.
Yeah.
Drop the ball and say, please don't kill me. You can have it.
It was
you can
very
have
realistic.
the ball. Just don't kill me.
Exactly. It was a fun time. However, though, he did hook up with Ryan Holtz like 2 or 3 times on that drive. Like 2 completely unqualified players did have a couple of completions.
This might be a weird question, and I'm interrupting the flow of these introductions to ask this. Is there like a gentleman's agreement among football players not to go for like the belt line? Because I feel like...
No, people get hit in the nuts all the time.
No, yeah, but like their pants never come down.
It's happened once or twice.
Yeah, okay. I have seen it happen.
Oh, okay.
Also, the belts you wear are like tight. Like they're not like normal belts. Like they're those cinch belts with the 2 loops that you like pull it tight all the way.
Oh, okay.
Like Jonathan Taylor in against the Raiders, his pants just like straight up ripped, but like they were still being held up because the belt is so tight around the fabric that like they were still up, even though there was a big chunk torn out of them. Mm-hmm. So
I also have no idea what the material of football pants is like, because I just see those.
It's really
and I'm like,
nice.
Oh yeah, elastic. Okay.
It's like 90% spandex elastic. Like it feels fucking great. For straight men, it is the only time you get to experience an almost sheer feeling. For straight, cis, boring men from the Midwest, that's the only time you get to experience that fabric. And let me tell you, it's a good experience. It's very comfortable and breathable. Also, Andrew has to play punter for me because Andrew went to the University of Wisconsin, and I have every player from the University of Wisconsin. Also, he's getting like fucking buco bucks. Like Ryan Holtz, even though he plays wide receiver and actually gets somewhat significant playing time, only makes $750 a year. I think Andrew Clark makes like 1.5 mil.
Hell yeah. Fucking
all punters make that much for some reason. So I signed him to a 7-year deal because I'm like, you're sticking with me forever. And I was like, Jesus Christ, 1.5 mil. That's really
sticking
what you're asking
with you
for?
forever. You're going to have to convince the actual Andrew Clark that he wants to keep playing Madden.
Is that an agreement in the players union or something? Like, hey guys, high profile positions, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, we're gonna get all the fame, the spotlight, the
punters do not make very much.
In real life, punters are the lowest paid player on the team except for long snappers. Like they're just
because punters are exclusively undrafted free agents unless you get drafted by the Packers because they're a fucking stupid ass organization. And you make like $300K a year.
Does a starting punter make more than the highest paid backup?
Like a veteran?
Yeah.
A veteran, like, top 5 punter might make more than a non-starter.
Wow.
But usually your highest paid, like, backup is going to be, like, a situational pass rusher or something who, like, does see significant playing time.
Or, like, a backup tackle.
Yeah, like, someone who will see significant playing time and does end up being somewhat important. Or, even a backup quarterback if you're one of those organizations. Yeah. So, generally, I would say, backups, like, even mid-tier backups are going to make about the same as a punter. So, the highest paid. Or, kick returner or return specialist. They might make decent money. Like, football's a weird sport because positions are so specialized and there's not really a general rule because fucking... Actually, I don't even know who's the best punter anymore. It used to be like Johnny Hecker.
He's...
Like, guys like that, but I don't even know if that's holds firm. Like, and what about guys like Corey Bojorquez who has, like, a fucking cannon leg, but cannot hold the football.
Yeah.
Which in modern football is like half of the punter's job. Like, how do you evaluate that?
I forget his name, but like the last shoeless kicker in the NFL played until like more recently than you would think. Like mid 90s. It was the
90s.
A backup still and like shoeless. Weird sport.
Kicking's weird.
Jake Bailey of the New England Patriots was an all-pro punter last year, and Jack Fox of the Detroit Lions was the second-team all-pro punter. I've never heard of either of these guys.
I do know Jack Fox, but that's because he was my punter in our previous dynasty that we were running. So, and yeah, he's good. Right now.
Also, I'm Lucas DeRuyter. Hello.
Lucas, I thought about putting you in the game.
I don't know what position I would play. I don't know what position.
Yeah, I still could.
Punter. Back
You can just have double punters.
Yeah. I mean, is there any value to a running back who isn't very fast but could has the stamina to play the entire game? Is that a thing?
I did put Andrew's stamina way higher than mine because I know he's in remarkably better shape. I didn't put this as an idealized version of myself. If high school senior Ryan was put on the Packers, it's me right now. I have 40 stamina. I get exhausted after 2 routes.
Yeah.
It's I tried to be accurate. Yeah, I'm weak as shit and everything like that. So yeah, if it was Marathon Lucas that I was putting in the game, I would. Yeah, I feel like your stamina would be in the upper 80s, I'd imagine. So that would be an advantage. But yeah, I don't know. Didn't really know how it would fit in. What was the highest level of competitive soccer that either of you completed? When did you quit? I'm assuming you both played.
Elementary school. You kept going in the 8th grade?
Yeah.
8th grade soccer is not. I feel like it's starting to get there. I'd consider you a kicker and maybe give you not great stats, but reasonable stats.
Yeah.
When's the last time you kicked? Are you? Is it a thing you can do?
I don't know. I don't want to be one of those guys who's I don't do this thing, but it seems easy. But I don't know. You give me.
Oh boy.
Give me a couple warm ups. Walk me through the form. I'd be an okay kicker, maybe.
Yeah, as a professional kicker, how do you just miss kicks?
Miss kicks. Yeah. I mean, look, it's a thing that we can do. There's open football fields around here.
Okay.
I have a ball. I'd be curious. We could have a field goal competition, you, me, and Ian, and see who can get farthest. I can make extra points in that I'm accurate enough to get it over the bar, but there's no strength to the kick. It's not trending upwards. It's dribbling over the bar. Because if I kick it too hard, it's just gonna go in a random place. So if I want to keep accuracy, I basically just nudge it and it goes over the bar. So yeah, no way would I actually be able to kick an NFL field goal because they just fucking swat that shit down it's no problem.
After the marathon, I did get down to my pre-college weight, senior year of high school weight. But I think now all of that mass is in my legs. That's got to help me a little bit, right?
Ooh. Yeah, I mean it's just a matter of strength versus accuracy. If have you ever kicked a football before? It is a weird fucking thing.
I remember a couple
of
gym classes where that was a thing. Yeah.
Right. Because it's a fucking egg. It doesn't make any sense. The spot where you're supposed to kick it, how you're supposed to generate lift, your plant foot, it all is fucking stupid. I
chip in a couple of bucks for a tee because I don't want people holding that thing because No,
you don't want a tee.
Oh, okay.
No, tee's different. Tee kicking is much easier.
Right.
It takes it off the ground.
To have somebody with brave fingers to do this.
But you're aiming for the bottom of the ball, kicking someone in the hand. You missed real bad. So yeah.
Speaking of big misses, we're moving into news of the week. Riot Games to pay $100 million to victims per a settlement in a class action gender discrimination lawsuit. Can't fart on people in the office and get away with it. It's not allowed.
Justice is served.
Have you guys heard of the Netflix animated series based on League of Legends, Arcane?
Yeah,
I have.
The one that is actually apparently very good, but I'm not.
That blew up on my timeline. Everyone was seemingly into it, and I'm this is still promoting the thing that makes a company that literally is in the midst of a sexual harassment lawsuit, lots of money. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anyone would actually watch a Netflix animated series and be like, what's this League of Legends they're talking about? Like, with no prior knowledge, and then it would actually, like, get them in. Like, League of Legends is a fucking
the kind of person that would be willing to even play League of Legends already has. Like,
yeah. Have either of you ever played it? Like,
No.
even as a joke?
No. I saw someone play it for like 5 minutes. I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
I played it on my freshman year roommate Max's MacBook for maybe like 5-10 minutes while he like walked me through and like laughed at every single thing that I did. Like any button that I pressed or clicked was hilarious. Like it was like I was literally fucking Mr. Magoo. No, the opposite of Mr. Magoo. Like just consistently doing the exact wrong thing. So yeah, I was on his Smurf account, thankfully. Did not fuck up his
didn't know you lived with somebody that into League of Legends that they had a Smurf account. Okay, shit.
Oh yeah, Max and Josh across the hall, they were hardcore into League of Legends. And Max was like ranked in some weird FPS, like PC FPS. He was like legit like ranked in that game. It was wild. Like he would play pro shit. It was insane to watch him fucking go. Andrew, you and me have seen it when we play like Counter-Strike. Yeah. Like the
you
PC
see people
elites.
that you know, like, oh, they play this game 10 hours a day.
Yeah. Like when they pull out the op and like literally they just immediately pinpoint your head and they're just a death ray. Like if they see you, you are dead. That was what he looked like playing that game. Like it was fucking insane. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Hope Max is
something
doing
that's
all right.
The opposite of insane, downright unsurprising. E3 will be online only this year. Yeah.
Damn, they held out.
They
did their best.
June, I think.
When is it happening?
Yeah, it's usually in June.
I mean, definitely. I guess that's actually kind of early
for them to call it, you mean?
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
a little bit. I feel like a lot of events are being called like maybe a month or two in advance. And I mean, like last June, we were basically like business as usual. We were completely back to normal. So
maybe they just
who fucking knows
don't
what
want
June
to put
looks
the money
like.
into like putting on a live in-person event when there is a solid chance that they might just have to take the L and absorb those losses.
Yeah, but you're not going to be able to like actually do any like location stuff until, at least like a month out. So in theory you could plan it as like both and then, one as the primary, one as the backup. But I mean, E3's dead anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like as a concept. So yeah, they're probably willing to just go for it.
Yeah.
Would you have gone,
maybe.
Lucas?
Like, what would
Dig
Diggs
in
have
LA
been,
now?
but like, oh.
And you work for
Dirt cheap, yeah.
Oh, I think they're dirt cheap, especially if you're in the industry.
Yeah, I can send that email from the work account, see if that opens any doors.
Exactly.
Ah.
They're desperate, man. I remember all the memes from back when I followed like YouTubers and stuff that would go to E3, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, no, totally free." And even if they aren't, like they would start asking people, "How much did you pay?" And they'd be like, "I didn't pay."
You think I would pay for this?
So.
You think I would pay to stand in line for 10 hours to see a hastily put together demo for a game that's never going to come out? Come on.
The only thing less fun than going to E3 is playing Madden on Andrew's team.
Andrew's having a rough time with our new franchise, which is weird. So I feel like your team is much better than it originally was when we shifted. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. Played that game for 2 years, and I'm definitely worse.
It's kind of our group chat, but yeah, like we started a new dynasty with a franchise or a fantasy draft, so every player in the NFL is available to be taken. And all along, I was plotting to just get every Wisconsin player, and that would be my team, is just everyone who went to the University of Wisconsin. And it fields a team. Like, my defense is literally, like,
you
has
have
players
Russell
on it.
Wilson playing slot cornerback.
Okay. No, he does play on the outside.
okay.
Leon Jacobs is my slot corner, so whenever I have 3 corners, Daria Gumbawale, who's a running back, is forced to play outside. And then I think the game doesn't like when I play like a 3-3-5 look or something weird where it moves Dare to the middle linebacker. So then Russell Wilson, because he's just the first offensive player, I'm guessing, because he's a quarterback, gets pulled into the fray at corner. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird team, but it works.
Ryan's doing this fun, weird little wacky challenge, and Andrew just built a fairly solid regular team and is awful. Just horrendously bad.
Might be interesting.
Jalen Hurts had a development trait challenge where he's like, hey, you're really inaccurate for no fucking reason in this game right now. You can't throw a pass to save your life. But, hey, all you have to do is win the next game, and you'll move your development trait up so you can start getting better, faster. And instead, I was sacked 10 times. I threw 4 picks. I lost several fumbles. And I scored no points.
Are you sitting close enough to your TV?
I think so.
You've moved your chair?
Yeah.
Because when you were on the couch, that couch was way too far away.
No, I think I'm
100%.
sitting close enough. But now it doesn't matter because Jalen Hurts is going to be stuck at normal dev trait forever.
Oh, he's normal dev?
Yes.
He's not even star?
No.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be bad
He'll
forever.
progress.
And I might as well give up now.
I'm glad.
Oh my God.
I'm glad we got some sports talk in because we're about to go heavy into the weeb shit. Buckle up.
I saw it. Yeah.
Japanese manga reading service Comic Walker, which is owned by publisher Kadokawa, suspended the publication of Please Tell Me Galko-chan after its author, Kenya Suzuki, was arrested for possessing child pornography. I hate that this is noteworthy. I hate that...
Is it noteworthy, though?
Yeah, because the industry doesn't usually punish people who have child pornography.
I mean, the industry didn't punish him. He was arrested by the authorities.
Well, yeah,
They
and
took
then,
down his manga
right,
off their service.
for now.
Tell me, Lucas. Please tell me Galko-chan definitely doesn't have any 1,000-year-old dragons in it, right?
No, they're all at least in high school.
Oh, okay. So
fuck
much better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bleh.
They're
high
not
school
like
manga.
covertly children. They just are.
Yeah.
So I think all the characters in that are over the age of consent in Japan, but now we're getting into weird cultural discrepancies that I don't know if I, not being a part of that culture,
They'd be over
should
the age
be
of consent
talking
in
about.
crypto land.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like age of consent where it's like 13 or something. We can agree that that's fucked up. Like that's not a Western versus Eastern culture thing. Like I know it's 16 in like the UK and stuff like that. So like sure, whatever, but like I can frown on the UK as well as Japan and be like, no, that's not fucking cool, man. When you turn like 22, you start being like 17 is fucking babies. Like those are children, man. Like there's so far. Like and yeah, no.
I'm so glad you took this conversation in that direction because that is a great transition into the news that an anime adaptation of the Scott Pilgrim comics is in the works at Netflix with the studio who made Devilman Crybaby. This release is going to generate discourse that will destroy us all. I don't think in the year 2022 we can have a conversation about a piece of media that has a protagonist who is 23 dating a 17-year-old. That will destroy us.
Yeah.
Although while Licorice Pizza definitely got lit the fuck up for the shit they put in that movie, apparently there has been no such discourse about Red Rocket, which apparently features a former like washed up porn star moving back to Florida and then starts dating like a 16-year-old.
I've never heard of Red Rocket.
I saw the trailer for him.
me.
Like, that movie looks so fucking funny and good. And then people are like, how come people aren't talking about Red Rocket? I'm like, talking about what? I'm like, oh, that part.
Oh, because it's A24, so
Yeah.
you were like, hell yeah. I'm in.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about the Scott Pilgrim anime. I'm definitely going to watch it. I think they should have different voice actors for the characters than the people who play the characters in the live action movie.
They're not going to. They're not going to have the same people.
Good. They should not. They should not waste the budget on that. And also, like, they don't have VA training. I think they do a mediocre job. But no, there's a character in the Scott Pilgrim comics who uses gay as a pejorative even after he realizes that he is gay. Like, there's stuff in there that, yeah, it's messy people being messy, but that plays a lot differently in 2022 than it did in the early aughts, mid-aughts.
Right.
Yeah.
Played by Kieran Culkin.
Oh, no.
Succession, Kieran Culkin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, he was gay from the get-go in the movie, but
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
different character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my only reference point.
But no, God, why? No, I'm not going to remember that kid's name. Kieran Culkin in that movie would absolutely use gay as a pejorative. Like, yeah.
I think he did. Did he not? I'm assuming he did.
Yeah, there's a scene I think there's a scene in that theater where that happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Hitman Hart is in this movie. Is in Red Rocket.
What? Who's Hitman Hart?
Not. Oh no. Oh, Andrew, you're about to head down a rabbit hole.
Oh, he's a professional wrestler? Is he more than a professional wrestler?
Oh yeah, it's an unfortunate nickname.
Oh, did he kill somebody?
I'm pretty sure. Wait. Am I wrong?
Did you make that up?
No, I could have sworn.
I'm not seeing anything about like controversies or jail time or murder or anything.
Was it a word? Was it kayfabe? Did he kill someone?
I mean,
as
yeah,
a
obviously.
Bit okay.
If his name is Hitman Hart, I'm assuming his character, killed someone. No, who am I thinking of then? I thought for sure Bret Hart, killed his family. There's a pro wrestler who killed his entire family.
That guy then killed himself.
Right? Yeah. No, but this is a different guy. This is Dustin Hitman Hart, who I'm assuming is related to Bret Hitman Hart, because Bret Hart's in his 60s. So maybe it's his son even. Who knows? But yeah, who's that wrestler? I don't know. We're ruining Lucas's anime corner.
Oh no, that's coming later.
Wrestler who killed his family. Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
There you go. Could have sworn that he had an unfortunate nickname. What was Chris Benoit's nickname?
I don't know professional wrestling. It seems like I should. Everything about me implies that
Yeah, I mean, professional wrestling is just live action Dragon Ball,
Right.
Lucas.
Professional wrestling is pretty cool. I genuinely think you should give it a shot, Lucas. I think you might actually enjoy it. I'm not saying that. I think you would gain an appreciation in the same way that I do. Where I'm not tuning in, but I have watched it and I did enjoy it. It wasn't this is so fucking lame. It was this is fucking impressive, man. These guys are fucking giving it their all, and it's really entertaining.
Yeah.
Chris Benoit's nickname was the Broom, or the Canadian Crippler, or the Rabid Wolverine. But yeah, not plenty of Crippler. It feels like Crippler was a common thread for him.
Damn.
It's wrestling. Like, if you're a heel, that's like the point is to be very.
I'm the bone breaker. I'm the child killer.
Yeah, I'm the kid killer. I'm the scum of society.
And then, ironically, that heel has a really big following, really good Q score with kids under 18. This is a little bit of wrestling I do know. I think as one bit, The Undertaker, like, kidnapped a kid or something like that. But then, like, the kid was totally giving it away because it was just a real kid. And he was just so thrilled to be standing next to The Undertaker. Yeah.
Right. That's pretty good.
Also, Kotaku's 11 best manga list of 2021 is acceptable. Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I've ever heard you. These are usually like supposed to be generating outrage because that's how you get engagement. So maybe you have a bad opinion, Lucas, in that you like the list. Like, I feel like usually if there's a top 11 list, there's gonna be at least a couple of like bullshit ones in there.
I think it's fine. You know, you got Sakamoto Days, a manga I really like in there. You got some crowd pleasers. Jujutsu Kaisen. I think they put Demon Slayer on there, even though I think that ended last year, but I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, boy, if only we had a place on this podcast where I could share my anime and manga opinions exclusively.
We don't have time for this.
Oh no!
Is that a different song than what you played last time?
It's always a different song.
Oh,
every time.
I feel like you got to have a coherent brand going. Oh, it's really going on for way too long.
We all know.
I'm sorry, Weather Report's theme from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean is a fucking bop, and I am here for it. Lucas's Anime Corner, Q4 2021. I have a new take on the eternal sub versus dub debate, and I'd like to share it here. I will watch a subbed anime if I have not read the source material or if it's on original series. But if I have, I'm going to watch the dub. I'm going to wait till the dub because I read this series once. I don't have to tune in to read this series again.
No.
Okay.
To me, that is an indictment of the genre.
Oh!
Like the fact that you're literally just rereading it with some pictures on the screen. Like that's my main gripe with anime.
You're flipping through the comic really fast to make the pictures move.
I don't like the art style because it's basically a comic book where they move very little. Like, so they're just. There's now voice actors, and it's played.
Don't give credence to the people that are like, I can't watch something with subtitles because then I'm reading, and I'm not able to watch it if I'm reading subtitles.
I feel like no matter what opinion I expressed following that opening, one or both of you was going to vehemently disagree with me, and I'm here for it.
We've established, all three of us had established that we were subs, not dubs, for a very long time in any media, and then you come out here with actually dubs. No, can't get away unscathed.
What is the opposite of a snail? Because I've come to realize I just subsist on salt.
Yeah, that is the opposite of a snail.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking salt mines.
Hey!
Lucas is a salt mine.
No, salt mines like exude salt. They release the salt. They're not taking in the salt. You're a roasted chicken meal.
Ooh, okay.
I was thinking you're a Wisconsin white-tailed deer at the salt lick.
Yeah, you're a fucking horse.
Just like licking that salt. You love it. Can't get enough of those life-creating nutrients.
You're the average American.
That's fair, too.
I also loved JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. Easily one of the top 10 shows of 2022.
But our list is definitive, and you will defend it with your life.
No, he's saying 2022, because now he's going to make a thing to try to get it onto the 2022 list.
Oh, is there going to be a new season?
Yes. Yeah. Well, continuing it's weird.
It's going to drop new episodes in 2022, basically.
Like, it's a nebulous line whether or not, all 36 episodes that are going to be under this part are one big season, or if it's every new 12 episodes is a new season, but I don't.
If there's like a long break and they drop new content, definitely.
Yeah, it's fair.
Definitely counts.
It's a fair.
Don't think it's going to make the list, but it definitely counts. So we'll see what happens. Anything can happen.
I was less hot on Come We Can't Communicate. Read the manga for that. It's cute, fun, heartfelt. Hope it gets a dub so I have the motivation to finish it.
There's no dubs to be had for him?
No, Netflix has taken forever on this one.
Fair.
Yeah, same for Blue Period, which is a sad boy art appreciation series. Unfortunately, had production issues, though, that delayed some episodes, and I think, me included, knocked a lot of people out of the rhythm of checking this one out. More into manga this past quarter than I was anime. Die Dark continues to be delightful, and I continue to giggle during all of the flashback segments where the protagonist's alias is spaghetti and meatballs. Of his child running around. That's just his name. Everybody respects it. I appreciate it. And then Jujutsu Kaisen started a new arc. That's a big battle royale. It's fun, and I'd love it if the author, Gigi Akatumi, kept putting their spin on other shonen staples. They're ripping shit off whole cloth, and I am here for it.
It's not original, and that makes it good.
Kinda. If Spider-Man Far From Home... what's the new one?
No Way Home.
But he goes home at... whatever. If Spider-Man No Way Home can make it onto our top 10 movies of the year, this one can. They're doing the same thing. They're reminding you of better stuff. Stuff that you actually like, at least. Andrew, what's going on with the Raider Chargers game?
Well, I mean, you have to take all this with a grain of salt, because it is all rumors and conspiracies. But as some of you may know, the Raiders and Chargers played the last game of the NFL regular season last night on Sunday Night Football. And because the Steelers had won their game earlier, there were three possible scenarios. Either the Chargers win, which would mean that the Chargers make it into the playoffs and the Raiders don't. The Raiders win, in which case the Raiders make it into the playoffs and the Chargers don't. Or they tie, and if that happens, they both make it into the playoffs and the Steelers get eliminated. So, before the game, there was a lot of talk of they should just kneel down the ball and end the game right there and both go into the playoffs without risking anything.
I was talking like that. I was making that point. I wanted that to happen.
Yeah, everyone was, because it would be
everyone
so funny.
Except for the Steelers fans wanted it to happen.
It'd be so funny. But
even the Raiders, who would have gotten a worse seed in the playoffs, and it would have actually made a difference, their fans probably won it because of the memes.
But what ended up happening was, obviously, they played the game and they competed very hard, and it was a good game to watch. I'm guessing that neither team was going to vibe with just giving up and skipping a whole fucking game because, competitive nature and stuff like that. And part of it was also the NFL probably told them, we will light your ass on fire if you don't give us a game for people to watch. But
people cited the specific rule in which the commissioner can literally just assign both teams a loss if they choose to conduct themselves in a way against the league.
Yeah. Which I think
that would have also been funny.
I think if that happened, the Dolphins would have made it in, or would it have been the Colts?
Yeah.
Either the Dolphins or the Colts would have then made it into the playoffs. Anyway, crazy game. It goes into overtime. And the game is tied 31-31 or 30-30, something like that, with less than a minute to go. And the Chargers had the ball. They didn't score. The Raiders get the ball. They're around midfield, and it looks like they're just running out the clock. Like, and part of that was probably that the players were just tired. It was a long game. But, like, Josh Jacobs was just running into the backs of guys and just running out the clock. No one's taking timeouts. Until it's, like, 3rd and 9. It would be a 57-yard field goal, which is, like, on the edge of a lot of kickers' range. There's 30 seconds left, and the head coach of the Chargers calls a timeout. And here's where the conspiracy shit starts coming in. A lot of people thought that they were kind of, like, silently communicating, like, all right, let's just get this fucking game over with. We'll both go into the playoffs. Neither one of us is going to try to win. Then the Chargers call a timeout, kind of indicating that they're trying to stop the Raiders so that they can get the ball back and try to make a push downfield and score the game-winning.
Game theory.
Yeah. And then so the Raiders say, fuck you. And then have a big play, get into better field goal range, kick a field goal with no time remaining, win the game, send the Chargers home. And they interviewed Derek Carr after the game. They're like, did the timeout change your strategy? He's like, absolutely it changed the strategy. Now we're trying to win. Like, it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah. No, literally, straight up. I mean, it's straight prisoner's dilemma. Like, if you perform no action and you can get the other side to agree with you, then yeah, both get like what they want. Basically, it's a no-lose situation. But if one side like betrays the other one, they get more of a reward. In this case, yeah, the Raiders get a better seed, or yeah, like the Chargers are their divisional rival. Like maybe the Chargers just don't want to see their division rivals in the playoffs. Like, because I think the Chargers would have been the 6th seed regardless, right? Tie or win.
I think they would have been the 5th seed.
And then
they had
really, I thought the Raiders
had
would
the
have been
same
the
record
5th.
as the Chargers.
Right, but I thought with the tiebreakers, like the Raiders were 5 with a win, 7 with a tie, and the Chargers would have been 6 no matter what with a win or a tie. So it was like the Raiders were the ones that actually kind of had something to play for, because
they didn't.
7 seed against, like the fucking Chiefs, like they're just going to get probably absolutely spanked in Arrowhead. So yeah, like it kind of made sense that, yeah, if it's the Hamilton where Aaron Burr's excuse for why he shot Hamilton was like, man, he had his glasses on, man. Like, why would he have his glasses if he wasn't going to try to, like, aim and, like, shoot me, Like, you got to come up with, like, a reason to betray the other person, like, to betray the prisoner's dilemma. And, like, fair enough.
I was talking to Lucas. I think instead of the prisoner's dilemma, where both people are accomplices and can avoid prison time if they just cooperate with each other, it would be more like you've got 2 rivals that hate each other, and their goal is not to avoid prison time. Their goal is to send the other person to prison, no matter the personal cost.
I feel like the Raiders and Chargers don't hate each other as much anymore, especially with the moves. Like, they both changed markets, and, like, they have different coaches. Like, they both have first-year coaches. The Raiders have not even first-year coach. Like, they have
half-year coach,
an interim head coach. Yeah, like I just feel like it's not the same vibe as, like, yeah, if it's the fucking Packers and Bears, you better believe, like, the Packers are going to try to rip their fucking throats out, and vice versa. Like, or yeah, the Cowboys and football team, or like, insert actual, like, rivalry that's been hot lately. Like, now then yeah, I'd agree with you. But, like, the Chargers just moved to a market that could not give less of a fuck about them. The Raiders moved to a market that's, like, mostly predicated on, like, tourism and shit. Like,
there's no one to be a fan of them. Yeah.
I just don't think it's the same vibe where I think, yeah, if given the opportunity, they might both actually cooperate and just coast. Because, like, anything can fucking happen in the NFL, man. It's not like the NBA playoffs where, if you squeak into the playoffs, you're done. Like, there's a 0% chance, basically. It's the lowest seed can win the Super Bowl and does. Like, so any chance you can get.
That rivalry might have been rekindled after this game.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But yeah. Do you guys think the NFL changes rules to prevent a situation like this from happening again, or is it just?
It would be so rare.
Yeah,
and also
the anomaly is that it was the last game of the year,
and also like
that's why
this was the worst case scenario, and both teams competed very hard.
Yeah, exactly. This is their nightmare. This is what would change the rule, and yeah, the teams clearly didn't
didn't collude or anything.
didn't collude at all. So yeah, I mean the novelty of the situation is that it was literally the last game of the year. Like, usually the last game of the year is between one playoff team and one team that doesn't care, or, like, if it is two teams that care, they're mostly fighting for seeding. They're not, like, right on the edge of the playoff bubble. Like, it's the odds of it happening. I'm sure it's happened before, but I'm sure it's also, like, once every couple decades. Like, it's not a common occurrence. So it is fun, though. Like, at the minute that everyone realized it, they were like, wait a second. Do it. Fucking kneel. I mean, the players could mutiny. Like, the players could just... It would be very easy to coordinate, like, with the other players to just be like, nah, man. Well, we're not going to try to score.
What a missed opportunity.
As someone who's been on the other side of, like, teams intentionally losing in fantasy football, yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Like, it would have been an absolute joke, and they would have made a joke of the sport and their own team. But it's never happened before, which makes it fucking tantalizing. Yeah. Like, it's that time it was some, like, CONCACAF qualifier in soccer where, because of the stupid way that the tournament was set up, it ended with, like, if there's a tie, one team misses, like, making it out of the, like, pool round, and, like, but if that team were to lose or win, then they make it out of the round because of, like, weird tiebreaker scenarios. So they ended up having to defend both goals because, like, the other team was trying to eliminate them by scoring in their own net. Like, the team basically had to defend both sides, and it did end in a tie, I'm pretty sure. Like, they managed to defend both sides for the entire game, because how do you coordinate a strategy that no soccer team has ever tried before, which is scoring on either net? Like, that's insane. So yeah, like, shit like that is unbelievable. Like, it's so cool, and there's no footage of that game, and if there fucking was, oh god, it would be legendary.
Right, I think you just pitched the ending to the next season of Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I mean, there obviously never again will be a tournament with that stupid fucking tiebreaker that caused the situation to arise. That is one where, yeah, very simple rule change, because it's insane that a tiebreaker would involve a team trying to score on its own net. Like, that does not make any sense. So
the John Boys has to start making videos again to make a video about
I think
this.
It is on Secret Base. It's just, yeah, it's not
okay.
John Boys. It's some other
That's
rando.
Fair.
So,
and then, before this call runs out, we're moving into the meme corner and going to talk about how Elmo is losing his goddamn mind over a rock and taking us all with him.
Stupid ass little bitch. Elmo's like, hey, can I have that cookie? And she's like, no, the rock's going to eat the cookie. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you shitting me right now? The rock's gonna eat. How is the rock gonna eat the cookie? The rock doesn't have a mouth. The rock's not alive, Sally. You fucking moron.
Zoe. It's fucking
Zoe. Whatever.
Yeah, Zoe's the villain of the story. Yeah. Rocco is literally an innocent bystander.
Rocco is
with
not
no
real.
Free will.
Rocco is a rock.
I love how Sesame Street, a show that is fundamentally about preparing kids for the world, have it focus on, hey kids, sometimes you're going to feel like reality is crumbling around you. Here you go.
Well, yeah, like...
That's the entirety of the movie Don't Look Up. Yeah, like, that is a real scenario that, like, kids are going to have to be prepared for, because we've all,
this person that you're
work,
talking with is living on a different planet than you are right now. Yeah. Your understanding of reality and theirs are completely different.
There's no overlap between your understanding of reality and
theirs. It doesn't get better when you're grown up.
No. You would think. Yeah, that's the thing, is Elmo and Zoe are supposed to be toddlers. Mm-hmm. Like, they're toddler monsters, so they're supposed to be those kids. Yeah, you think, funny kids being stupid. Dude, all of us in this call have had a moment at work where someone just literally seemed incapable of rational thought. Like, they refused. Not only did they not understand what was being asked for, what was going on. Like, they refused to attempt to understand. Like, it went against their morals to even, like, try to see it properly. It's accurate. It's stunning. But, yeah. I'm on the band of not fuck Rocco. Rocco is an innocent bystander.
No, fuck Zoe.
And Zoe is projecting
Zoe is a
things
monster.
onto Rocco.
Like, she is actively preventing her peer from enjoying something so that no one gets it.
She is chaos embodied. Zoe is an eldritch horror that feeds on people starving to death instead of getting the nutrients they need.
Entry to come out of this saga is Elmo doing the Kubrick stare as Zoe sings the Rocco
The
song,
slightly
and
tilted.
it's like, huh,
Yeah.
they really figured out a way to convey just the
How fucking done he
yeah,
is.
this very complex emotion in a puppet that has eyes, a nose, and a mouth, and that's it. Eyes that can't blink.
Yeah, you're gonna wake up the next morning and hear a shooting happened inside Sesame Street. Not a lot of details have come out so far. There are at least 3 confirmed casualties, including what looks to be a rock and a red furry monster.
Yeah. No, I mean they copied the Kubrick stare, and good enough. Like that requires a knowledge of film.
No,
Like,
yeah,
they all went to film school, I'm assuming.
These
like
are professionals.
Listen,
they
like,
know what they're doing.
puppeteering, very specialized craft that maybe not a ton of opportunities from it, but holy shit, do the people at the top of that world, the Jim Henson people, know what's up. Yeah.
I promise the director directs the puppets as though they're people.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure he doesn't refer to the puppeteers by name. He refers to he or she refers to the characters. Like, so yeah, the director, who 100% like probably had posters of Kubrick movies in their dorm while they went to film school, was like, Elmo, tilt your head down. And now adjust the eyes so they're still staring directly into the camera. Yeah. Like, money. That's it. We're doing the promo now.
Rocco, give me the
good.
cookie. I'm sorry, Elmo. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Yeah.
All right, and then that will take us into the next call and the breakouts.
It's actually one more meme.
Oh.
But do we want to do that in the next call?
Sure, yeah.
No.
What's going on with Kramer?
Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I just got a notification that I was experiencing severe echo, but I am not. Yeah. No, all my
sounded
check the
fine on
waveform.
our end.
no, all my
Right.
audio settings are totally fine. Anyway, so the meme format of Jerry and Kramer from Seinfeld standing next to each other, and the room is glowing red. And Jerry says, "Kramer, what's going on in there?" And then the second panel is something going on in there. And the third panel is Kramer explaining it. You guys have seen this, right? Yeah, no, it's good. What's going on in there, Kramer? It's a Balrog, Jerry. It's a demon of the underworld.
Yeah. No, there's some good stuff. Also, Michael Richards gets dragged a lot.
Yeah.
With the Laugh Factory infamous performance.
Oh, yeah. What's going on in there, Kramer? I'm up next, Jerry. Wish me luck. It's
Yep. Yeah, no, it's horrifying. They pulled this meme on an unsuspecting subreddit, the r/Burbank. Someone said they made a reference to it by talking about what do you do if the red light coming from Bob's Discount Furniture like keeps you up at night and stops you from sleeping, and that's like what the episode is originally based on. I can't remember, what is the chicken joint that he's shit. I'm trying to remember. But yeah, it's a fried chicken joint that has a bright red sign right outside of Kramer's apartment, and makes it so that Kramer can't sleep. And yeah, someone made a reference, and all the people in the subreddit were like interacting with it honestly, and the OP was literally like not even interacting with anyone. Like they're like, oh, you could write to the store, you could call in and see like if they could just turn off the light, like, and it was so clearly a reference. Like, and they're like, wait, where would even be any apartments that are close enough to that part of town where the light would be bright and like actually keep you up at night? And yeah, then people started realizing like, well, I guess I've seen, there was this one guy who lived outside a fried chicken place and did that. So yeah.
You're not living in the In-N-Out, are you? That's no way.
I mean, or it's the best way to live. You're living real large. Living inside In-N-Out, man.
Burger, shake, and animal fries every goddamn day. Moving into the breakouts. I got two. What are you guys checking out? Mine'll be quick.
I finally started playing the DLC for Ghost of Tsushima.
Hey, just in time for it not to count for this year either, okay?
I mean, it was never going to count. That was the whole thing is I tried to get it to count for last year, and then it didn't. And when we decided it didn't, I put it off until this year.
Fair. What do you think?
I mean, it's good. I'm reminded...
Is it spooky?
A little...
Because ghosts.
No.
Is it like Undead Nightmare?
Yes, exactly.
Ghost of Tsushima? There's just actual ghosts in your samurai game?
I'm reminded again, playing this game for the first time in a couple of months, how all of the English voice actors pronounce the different Japanese names and locations differently. There's, like, for example, there's the city of, I don't know what it is. It could be Akashima. It could be Akashima. It could be Aishima. Could be a lot of things. There's Yarikawa. It could be Yarikawa. It could be Yarikawa. It could be Yarikawa.
Did they have different voice actor directors?
Probably.
Are any of the voice actors like native Japanese? Or anything?
I don't know. I mean,
because then you could probably just go with their pronunciation. But I mean, even then,
because there are Japanese, like there is a Japanese version of the entire game where it is all in Japanese. But
even then, like there's places like in Wisconsin. That's the meme, is that a bunch of Americans can't pronounce all the random cities in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Like
it looks like most of the it looks like the entirety of the English voice cast is at least Asian. Some of these people have English names, so I don't know if they are like American Japanese or if they're just going by the English version of their name that some actors
stage
do.
Name.
But yeah, not sure.
Fair enough.
What kind of DLC setup is it? Is it like, here are extra missions that you can go to at any point in the game, or is it more of like and now this game has more of a post game?
No, it's a story expansion. It's
okay.
You buy it and then it's like, I've gotten word that there's some shit going on in this part of the map, and then you go there and it opens up a whole new like playable area, and there's like a 20-hour story going
Fallout Bethesda way to do it. Okay, fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. I'm doing what Andrew has already done, and I started playing through Red Dead Redemption 2 with my lovely girlfriend Angel. It's been a lot of fun. The game's really good. Character design is, I'd argue, like flawless. Like playing through the initial stages of the game at like Horseshoe Overlook is like top tier gaming, I would say. Like that's literally, I don't know, like it's unbelievable. It's very impressive. And I'm not sure if I'll get bogged down by the same like third act issues like on a more casual playthrough, and when I've already like experienced a lot of it before, or how that's gonna go down. But yeah, it's been fun revisiting. This is my first official like replay of the game. So
I don't know, Ryan. A game being long might make it bad by default.
Oh my god. Andrew and I got...
We don't have to.
Yeah, wait, did this happen? No, we have to do this.
To get into this.
Hold on. We have to get into this,
Okay,
I think.
so let me try to present this as non-biasedly.
I don't think you're going to.
No, I am going to
No,
try,
you're
because here's the
not.
thing.
You're going to
I
try,
have
but you're
not
not going
played
to be
this
able
game. I'm going to present exactly what happened, and then Lucas can come in with the color commentator and tell me why those things are bad. So, Dying Light 2 is a game that's coming out in February. I think it's February. It might be March. I think it's February.
I think Lucas has to agree with each sentence.
Yeah, well, here, let me...
He's going to have to sign off on every sentence. If you're going to attempt to present it unbiased.
I mean, the pretty much the things that I'm going to say are reading off tweets. Reading off tweets put out by the developer. Let's see if I can find them. Here, this article has to have the actual tweet in it. Why can't I find it?
You can paraphrase.
Okay, so I mean,
exact,
I can't find the original tweets. But anyway, so Dying Light put out unprompted. It was just a tweet that said, "Beating Dying Light 2 will take you, beating Dying Light 2 will take you over 500 hours. That is longer than it takes to walk from Warsaw to Spain." And then there was a graphic
Lucas
that
signed off.
Yeah,
Nice.
and then there was a graphic
Okay.
that said, like, on the left, 500 plus hours of content, and then on the right it said, a walk from Warsaw to Spain, 534 hours. And then they commented on that.
That actually doesn't work.
Why?
He said that's longer. 500 hours is not longer than 534.
I think it said almost as long, not longer.
We're getting bogged down by the
Anyway.
details.
I'm not, because that's
No,
an
I thought that's what I said. I just missaid
Okay,
it.
no, fair enough. I'm just saying that's an insane tweet.
And-
so I definitely wanted to
And
break it
then
down.
they responded that says, update, 500 hours is not the amount of time it'll take to play the main game. That is to explore every nook and cranny and take in all of the content that is in the game. The main story and side quests will take less than 100 hours. And then that was it. And people are very upset about it. Lucas, go on.
Lucas didn't seem to agree with that last sentence.
People on your Twitter timeline are upset about this. I don't think that fully represents a lot of people, because I have seen, and I'm a fairly online person, one negative tweet about this. And
You
it
were
was
upset
somebody
about
being
it.
like,
You were
"Oh,
one of
bummer."
the people upset about it.
I was upset about you gaslighting me about this.
What?
We're delving down. You guys
Yeah.
needed this group
This
therapy.
this
Come on
is
now.
we're having this conversation.
Dr. Ryan is in
because
session.
Lucas and I were yelling at each other about this yesterday because again, it felt like we were living on a different planet. This was Elmo and Zoe just not existing on the same plane of existence.
Okay, Dr. Ryan is in session.
Okay.
Lucas, why did you feel
Yeah.
that Andrew was gaslighting you?
Because
And Andrew, please respect Lucas's statements. You will have time to respond.
he made me feel as though any negative reaction to this news was...
Let's use our I statements, Lucas.
He made me feel as...
No, that's he. You started with he. I statements start with I.
I felt like
Okay, yes.
no matter how well-reasoned an argument I gave for why I and other people might be upset about this, it would be as undue anger. And
Okay. Can I ask you to expand on something?
yes? Is that a question to me or Ryan?
Why are you and other people upset about it?
Because with everything else that has come out of the studio who made this game, them kind of catering to a toxic gamer mentality, not being great to work for, specifically crediting the harassment that was sent to the office to like specific people online who made those comments, kind of baiting people into this. I saw this news and I'm like, this is kind of juvenile. This is kind of hardcore gamer. This is a legit game because it's going to be super long, and I just don't have the energy to engage with this. And it turned me off to the game. I was upset that, like, oh yeah, something that might be interesting is now just nothing I would ever touch.
Is it time for me to weigh in and be like Andrew and be like, I don't know. I agree. The minute that you said it'll take 500 hours to be Dying Light 2, I was like, oh, fuck off. Like, that doesn't legitimize your game in any way. However, I will say, almost certainly that's some marketing asshole who comes from, like, legacy media or something, doesn't even know how, like, video games work, and is just like, 500 hours, that's how long it takes to beat the game, and, like, doesn't understand that, like, A, that's a stupid thing to promote a game on, and B, no, like, how many video games does it actually, like, have ever been made that take 500 hours to beat? Like, that is an unfathomable amount of content to, like, beat the main story. Like, that would suck. Like, we can all agree on that. Like, a game that would take 500 hours to beat, there is a 0% chance that game is good. Like, that is just a slog. You could not make a game that large that would, like, not have any filler content whatsoever. Like, it's just physically impossible. It would take decades, and then the technology would be out of date. Like,
and Andrew, I fully believe that people online were being unduly shitty about this, but they're goblins, and I don't care about their opinions.
Oh, wait, the people online are goblins, and you shouldn't care about their opinions?
We're like blowing this up and being like, this is a personal attack on me that this game is 500 hours. Like, people react. There are some people. Because
now you're literally saying the exact same things that I was saying, and you said I was crazy for saying that. So what happened with this argument was Lucas sent me that tweet. He sent me the tweet of them saying it'll take over 500 hours to complete the game 100%, and said, why does everything that they put out about this game make me hate it more? And then I said, okay, I saw this. It's actually like 70 hours, and the 500 hours was like a bullshit thing. Apparently it's like a hardcore like RPG, which you play like 100-hour plus games all the time. And you said it had big, you better 100% our game or you're not a real gamer, you pussy. And then I said, I saw a lot of people getting really upset about it, kind of blowing things out of proportion. And that's just kind of how things are on Twitter. And you said basically like, what do you mean? And now I think at this point we were talking on the microphone.
That's what I was waiting for. I wanted this to all be via text.
No, a lot of this was while we were playing Battlefield.
See, there's no.
But
there's no
so
fucking
I
paper
said
trail.
People on Twitter like to gang up and just get angry about things because they're gamers and they're fucking shitty by default. And then you said you can't just ascribe a trait to all of gamers, because if you say that gamers on the internet like to gang up on things and just bang like just destroy things because they get riled up, then you're getting to the whole like, cancel culture is a real thing. But now you're literally saying the exact same thing, that these people are goblins and you shouldn't respect their opinion because they're just going to get angry and rag on things for no reason, which is what I was saying. I was saying the whole like argument of games should be shorter and look worse and they should pay the employees more money. That is a fine argument for like not liking these kinds of games. But you play very long games, and a lot of these people probably do too, and they just smelled blood in the water and all fucking went after it at the same time. And you said that was ridiculous, that I would think that people on the internet would get angry for no reason.
Gamers definitely reacted like gamers to this. I don't think it was any further out there than other situations. And I'm sorry if I was making that point poorly. I think that's what I was trying to say yesterday. But also, you in your own argument just now, like, kind of defended the intense reaction to this by saying, no, that 500-hour thing turned out to be bullshit, then why did they put it out? Why?
Because that's like how long it takes to 100% the game. And I said...
I think it's some marketer.
Yeah.
I think it's some asshole. The fact that there was then a correction
Yeah.
and a retraction, I don't think that was big... No, you got to 100% our game in order to be a true gamer energy, because that person seems to me like a clueless fucking, like they have no idea what even video
because
games are.
that statement is, look, there is a lot of content, you're getting your money's worth because there's a lot of things in this. It's a lot of time that you're going to spend. That's, the amount of hours per dollar is high. But that's not a video game statement.
I read 500 hours to beat this game, and my mind immediately went to, oh, this is them saying you have to be a real gamer, you have to be hardcore to get the platinum trophy on this one.
Yeah, but
then they retracted.
After
the
negative comments.
And again, like you are really reading into things if that's the statement that you have after that, I think. I think it's just people kind of wanting to be mad at it, which if you don't like the game, that's fine. Like, if people want to say, like, it's just another fucking zombie game, we don't need more of this stupid-ass shit, or this is a bad company, you probably shouldn't buy their games, by all means, comment that shit on every single post they make. But this was, they made a long game, they are bad because of it.
Well...
And I just didn't understand it.
If they didn't post the retraction, Andrew, would you think they're kind of being fucking assholes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, like, that's where your difference is Lucas thinks they only posted the retraction because of the negative press, and you think, no, it was just some random marketer who had no idea what they were doing.
But also, most of the things that I saw about it weren't being upset that they put this statement out. It was they were upset because they thought the game would actually take 500 hours, and they were really upset that the game would be that long. Which would be fucking ridiculous.
Would you be upset?
Yeah. I just wouldn't play it. I'd be like, I'm not going to do that.
What are these people supposed to do? Like, a video game company put out a statement that said it will take 500 hours to beat our game, and then people were like, that's fucking insane. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, those people, that's correct. That's the correct opinion to have. And then they posted the retraction that, no, of course it won't take 500 hours. And yeah, like, Lucas
and then I saw more people that are like,
faith.
it doesn't actually take 500 hours. They're lying to us. They're
Okay,
misleading.
well, the second group I can't speak to, but the original group... Yeah, I cannot speak to the second group of people that after the retraction were still being up in arms. But, like, the original group... Yeah, I'm on board. Like, if someone came out with this fucking game that takes 500 hours to beat the main story, no, like that is going to be a bad game. Like, I just guarantee.
But again, most of the
impossible.
argument that Lucas and I had, where we started like actually yelling at each other, was I said people on Twitter fucking gang up on shit, and Lucas said that I was crazy and conservative for thinking so.
Conservative.
I think.
Imagine if we had party chat.
As we have now been further removed from this situation, I think what I was actually upset about was, you thinking that, like, any negative reaction to, at least it seemed to me at the time, that, like, you saying any negative reaction to this was, like, Gamergate adjacent, and me, on a personal level, responding to that, like, no, because I'm having a negative reaction to this. How dare you compare me to these people? Like, that's...
Yeah, both of you are mad that you felt like the other person, like, called you out as being aligned with conservatives and Gamergaters.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's...
that's
that's what this is all based on.
That's how arguments
like,
happen.
Both of you, though, it's rare that both sides, because, like, let's be honest, conservatives and Gamergaters, that Venn diagram is pretty circular.
You can drive a car
like,
on that bad boy.
Both sides got upset that you were basically being compared to the same side. Like, it's calling everyone that you disagree with on the internet a Nazi level, like, of... Yeah,
I think this is just further proof that we have to become bread tubers. This right here.
I'm just saying, imagine if Battlefield 2042 did have party chat, and the guys in your squad were in that chat while you guys are just screaming at each other about a tweet about the game Dying Light 2. We need to get Ian on the fucking podcast.
I mean, Ian did not hear all of it. Ian joined in
the door
during the shouting match. Ian
heard some.
Yeah, because like honestly, I didn't even know Ian was like home, and we hopped on and we started playing, and then we were yelling, and then it said Ian has joined the voice chat,
and then we went full parents in the early stages of a separation, like, oh hey bud, how you doing?
I know. Then we played nice. Yeah. Hey Ian, what's up, man?
Cool.
It's all good.
You just fucking played it cool. No, don't worry. We just love each other too much. That's all it is.
Look, sometimes people have disagreements, but they always work it out because love conquers all.
Yeah, but they always work it out because of you little fucking shit.
Because we would never
we have no
separate while you're still in high school.
Yeah. I witnessed that. We went down to Long Beach for Angel's birthday to go to an aquarium, and there was a young couple, kind of about our age, and holy shit, they hated each other. But the mom was pushing a stroller and had a little bundle of joy in there. They fucking despised each other. Like they were like nemesi or whatever. Like,
what did they do?
They literally, like, he was like, they were going someplace and he was like, oh, I left my mask in the car, so I guess I can't go. And she was just like, yeah, well, you gotta go and get, like, why do you always do this? Like, it just immediately, like, the smallest little thing sparked an argument. They're going at each other. We split up, like, to go to the lighthouse, and they just kept going down the same path. We came back. They were going back to the car to get the mask. This is after, like, 20 minutes. Still, like, heated. Like, in the same argument. It had literally been 20 minutes. Me and Angel, saw the Queen Mary, like, a scenic view of Long Beach Harbor. Well, we hugged and, like, kissed a little bit, like, hanging out, like, having a good couples moment. Came back, and this same couple is just fucking still having it out in, like, firm throes. I was just like, I thought the opposite. I was just like, good God, these people hate each other, and the only reason they're together is they had a kid. Like, Jesus Christ.
And boy, if this doesn't sound like a great environment to bring up a child in, I don't know what does.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it would probably be healthier for the kid to have split parenting, but yeah, that was fucking wild. I don't think I've seen that in public where it was just so, like, I've seen couples get into arguments in public, always uncomfortable, but I've never, like, then seen like part two and it becomes obvious that no, this has been happening for like 20 minutes in the middle of public. Like, you got to think they get off a little bit on the fact that they're doing this in public, right? Like, they're thinking that they're embarrassing the other person in public, but in reality, they're just making fools of each other. Like, everyone looks bad in this. Yeah.
God, nobody wins the argument at the public pier.
Yeah, no, 100%. And when you're pushing a stroller with, like, a newborn in it, yeah, no, it just just makes everyone feel bad.
Oh God, that you could have witnessed a pandemic marriage, a pandemic child, and
pandemic divorce.
Yeah, the other side of that. Ooh.
Pandemic divorce. They went through the full life cycle.
I thought I was doing a lot in the past, coming on 2 years.
Yeah. No, and if I had to guess, I would have guessed like 26, 27. I'm just boy, our lives couldn't be any more different right now. Holy shit. Hashtag
hey,
child free.
Hey, Christian kids, I know you're thinking, wow, high school was crazy. Better get married and settle down. Don't get married until maybe not even your mid-20s if this couple is anything to go off of, but...
Hey, Christian kids, bet you're thinking, oops, I accidentally got my girlfriend pregnant. Better, like, not have an abortion or not put the kid up for adoption, and better
marry them and
long-term commit to this situation, even though it might have been, like, very hastily arranged and, like, shame has completely been the driver of this entire relationship. Like, yeah.
Hey, Christian kids, I know what you're thinking. I'm gonna have sex. I probably shouldn't wear a condom, right? Because God would frown upon that. I'm here to tell you, do it anyway.
Yeah.
The realization just struck me. How far out are we from getting the Facebook posts where the people we went to high school with are now getting divorced?
Do people do that in Facebook still?
Yeah, I don't.
That's all like subtweeting nowadays. Like it's. I do remember those days in like high school where people would like just straight up at people on Facebook and just like air their fucking dirty laundry. Like 2 or 3 times a year, you'd get a real blow up from some like one of like the kind of trashier couples.
Well, I gave it my all and I put her before me, but at Jane Doe really couldn't reciprocate anything. And
yeah, I've seen definitely like subtweeting, and not necessarily even on Twitter, you know, like subtweeting on Facebook too, but boy, yeah, those added blow-ups where then like it would get heated in the comment section with
the
like
friends and family coming
of both
in.
Side. Yeah. Oh yeah, family too. I forgot about like when the 50-year-old uncle comes in to defend his niece's honor. Like
we always knew you were a piece of shit, Jerry.
God damn. Yeah, no, that was some gold drama. Dylan and Kate, they had a very public blow up, and that was fucking gold, man. And then I think they were voted couple of the year for the yearbook, and like said no, like we don't want it because it was like a kind of a joke. I think it was half people didn't know like who were out of the loop, who were like vote for them, they didn't break up, and half people just like like the fucking drama, and then second place was like not even a couple.
Oh.
So there you go. But fucking that's some grade A shit, man. That was the good old days when you could get actual content on social media.
All right, Lucas, what are you checking out? You playing Persona 5 for the 3rd time or something?
Kinda, yeah. Persona 5 Strikers, which is a sequel.
Is it a soccer game?
No.
I wish. Can you imagine? Like Mario Strikers, just fucking Persona 5.
Sex offenders.
Yeah. Imagine all the special moves they have.
Persona 5 Strikers is weird in that it is a sequel to the original Persona game, not the enhanced version. Persona 5, the Royal, Persona 5 Royale, I'm not sure. It's okay so far. It's nice spending time with these characters again. More character development to characters that didn't get it the first time around. So, yeah, can't complain.
God's not dead.
God is not dead.
That's all right.
According to this 2014 movie, did we decide?
According to Duck Dynasty.
Yeah.
I had this realization that I didn't think that was too bad a movie watching it live. But then the more I think about it, the more I realize how much I fucking despise this movie.
It's not like it wasn't bad in the way that I was necessarily expecting.
Right.
I kind of thought it would be like the Bald Eagle, like liberal professor copy pasta, like an actual joke. How stupid!
Right.
It was a somewhat competently made movie.
I kind of disagree though. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I kind of thought the part that I would hate, like that it would be a competently made movie, and the part I would hate would be like the professor student like debate shit and how like absolutely pathetically juvenile it was. Like I thought that part actually wasn't nearly. Maybe it's because I built it up so much in my head and
I thought it was
pasta.
pretty bad.
I think I built it up so much in my head that it wasn't nearly as bad as I was expecting. Like he did like lose the first debate, and then like even in the second and third one, it was just like
you can't prove
like
God's not dead. And
if you're like a Christian and you like I don't know hate like professors, you'll agree with this guy.
If you're the average conservative,
Yeah, exactly. And the only laughable part, which once again I would argue is more movie structure than the actual debate, is like all the people standing up and like applauding, like, and being like, "Aha, you win!" Like that was the only laughable part of the whole debate series, because he didn't make any legitimate points, and the professor did.
Yes.
Like the professor legitimately did point out flaws in his argument the first couple of times before he like starts resorting to ad hominem attacks and being like, yeah, I hate God, I do believe in God, I'm not an atheist at all. Like, yeah, that until then, yeah, it was, no, he's just like kicking his ass for any like person with their head screwed on straight. The part I hated was that it's completely incompetent. Like the creation of the movie, the subplots straight up barely interact. Like they literally just made a bunch of morality tales a la like the Green Knight, like medieval storytelling that just don't intertwine, and then mixed with like awkward celebrity cameos that are really shitty. Like the performances are absolute garbage. Like Newsboys and Duck Dynasty were laughable. Like these were actual jokes. And then
the Chinese foreign exchange student like did not have anything to do with the movie. The like grandma in the nursing home with dementia and her evil rich atheist son did not have anything to do with the movie, other than his sister was dating the professor. The sister honestly didn't have that much to do with the movie at the end of the day. It was just to portray the professor as a Muslim
person,
woman
Muslim
woman that converted to Christianity had nothing to do with the movie.
Oh, also, like, BT Dubs probably should have highlighted this at the start. This movie is blatantly racist.
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah. Like next level. Like, way worse than I thought. Like,
it's not that, like, it's not like the redneck, like, oh, yeah, I just don't like people that are different than me. It's like, yeah, we're going to think about this. We're going to apply phrenology to this and then really say, yeah, Muslim dads beat their daughters. That's what we believe in this movie.
Just like relentlessly, like not like one hit, like he's just straight up going terrorist on his daughter. Like literally, if he would have been wearing like a turban and a suicide vest, it wouldn't have been any more egregious. Like that's literally what they were portraying.
And then the guy gets hit by the fucking car. Oh yeah, the other final subplot is we can't get our car to work and we want to go to Disneyland. And then we finally get the car to work and then we see a guy get fucking smoked right in front of us.
Yeah. Absolutely lit up. As he's about to convert to Christianity.
And then they get down next to him and they say his lungs are filling with blood. He is fucking dying. He is not going to make it. Let's spend his final moments getting in his fucking face about converting to Christianity.
Which, conveniently enough, though, he was heading to convert. Like, he was literally going to a concert to go convert and make up. So, like, then once again, like, weren't they trying to demonize the professor by saying, like, his relationship was, like, at least passably inappropriate?
Yeah, it was inappropriate, like and he was domineering,
But that was then the, like, where he was
to go make amends with his girlfriend.
Was, to go, like, fix things and, then continue dating his ex-student.
Yeah.
Like, it's... So then you have to go back on, like, so were they making a morality judgment when they said, like, she was, like, a
No, that part was fine. That part was fine. That was just a background detail.
Like, you kind of go back and, like, it seems like the reason that he's shitty is because he was, like, domineering and mistreating her. Not because, like, he was aggressively abusing his position of power, like, in the origin of their relationship.
Yeah, because he was 55 when they first met and she was 20 and his student.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so, there are a million things that you have to then go back on and be like, oh, shit, you didn't think that was bad. Like, that was just a part of his character. It was irrelevant.
Also, by the way, this is a moment that has really stuck with me. There were two priests in this movie. After they witness a man dying, later in the night, one of the priests is like, you know what? Had some ups and downs. pretty good night.
Yeah. Well, the first thing the one priest says to the other one, the one is down on the ground converting the guy as he's dying, and then he stands up, and the one next to him says, "That was beautiful, man." There's a fucking dead. Their shoes are covered in blood.
Corpse.
Like,
yeah. His shoes got scattered. Like, they're 20 feet away. They got knocked off his feet from the impact of the car crash. Like,
and they are standing in a pool of this man's blood, and he's smiling and pats the dude on the back and says, "That was beautiful."
That was my main takeaway. Is like, I really I grew up in an evangelical church. Like, I got the impression that there were some people like that, but I did still consider them fucking weird. That were that assured of their own beliefs that they could think that way. That like someone horrifically dying of a tragic accident was a positive because they're going to heaven.
Yeah.
Like, not many people I knew were like that. And I was in a like pretty evangelical, like pretty hardcore church. Like, there were definitely, I don't think there were many people that'd be willing to say that to someone's face, that like, yeah, this is all good. After the fact, they would kind of start like legitimizing it, like, oh, it's God's plan.
Yeah.
Like, it's sad and it's tragic, but I guess God wanted them to come to heaven. Like, they definitely wouldn't have been. I don't think they'd be able to stomach.
Give it
at
a
the
B.
moment.
Yeah, no. Someone walks in, they're like, "Dude, my fucking mom just passed away last night. Like, she didn't beat it. It was,
it's a beautiful
just
thing,
daps him
man."
up. Sick, bro. Like, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
She's with God now.
Yeah. And I'm like, then how do those people not intentionally try to die every second?
No,
of the
because that
day?
would be
Like,
a sin.
How not?
No, they
Is
should
it
go
though?
on and do a crusade and
They
die
should-
in the
yeah,
battle
they
for
should-
God.
They should go try to be a missionary for North Sentinel Island, or fucking, I don't know, take up skydiving or base jumping. Like, wouldn't you do every single risky activity ever? Because literally, worst case scenario, it's great. It's everything you could have hoped for. Like,
Also, this movie does not prove that God is not dead. The argument given is, you
Maybe?
can't disprove God. And also, like, well, there's some stuff that science can't explain. That means God must be real. And it's like...
yeah, also, not can't, just doesn't right now.
Right, exactly.
And then, very, very rarely did they delve into, like, current science. Most of the time, they were like, oh, yeah, Charles Darwin. It's like, oh, our understanding of evolution 130 years ago is a little flawed? Fucking shocker. Like,
it's like, if you look at the history of these arguments, it's like Christians have been moving the goalpost since, like, they realized, fuck, we can't just kill people who say that the Earth isn't the center of the universe anymore.
yeah. The first argument that he made was literally from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and that episode aired first, which was Max, like in the Reynolds versus Reynolds, the serial defense episode, where Mac basically proves that science is wrong. The title of his, I recommend everyone go look it up. It's a fucking unbelievable clip. Like, it is peak comedy. The title of the board is "Science is a Liar Sometimes." It's literally just going back into history and, like, the concept, the beloved concept in science of, like, standing on the shoulders of giants and building on our previous understanding of the world, and then, like, putting a completely pessimistic viewpoint on it to where the first people are wrong, which makes everyone look fucking dumb because someone came along with a better understanding, and they'll always keep coming up with better understandings, which means we're all wrong and stupid and science is bullshit. Like, that was his first argument in its entirety, and when he started breaking it out, I just fucking cracked up. Like, it was amazing how he just perfectly parroted Mac's arguments of, like,
Would you like to always be wrong forever and in history, or have faith like me, which means I can never be wrong?
And he even says that at the end. He's like, I'm dug in, and I'll never change. Like, literally. Which makes me always right. Like, just... It's fucking unbelievable. Like it's word for word, and that Always Sunny clip existed before God's Not Dead. And unless there was a sneaky writer who was like completely not on board and wanted to like get that bit in there, they just perfectly mimicked it. Like it was unbelievable. So yeah, no, literally, Christianity posits a positive. And you can't disprove it. That's a scientific tenet, is you cannot disprove something that is proven without evidence. Like, if there is no evidence for something, you can then not disprove it because there's no evidence in the first place. It's being accepted based on something other than logic and science and everything like that. So yeah, no, it's definitely that part was bad, but for some reason not as bad as I was expecting. I was expecting a bit more of the bald eagle flies in and sheds a tear, and the professor breaks down into liberal tears and admits that he's a commie hell-bent on destroying the United States or something like that.
It gets close to that. It has a scene where the whitest girl you have ever seen tells a Middle Eastern girl, "Oh, I wish you didn't have to cover your face." Like, brushes up right against that.
Yeah, no, the Islamophobia was pretty intense.
Which...
Oh yeah, and the liberal reporter who
gets cancer.
Fucking just straight up dies of cancer. But Newsboys prayed for her.
Yeah, no, she's fine now.
It's a beautiful thing. I'm assuming she still dies.
Oh yeah,
right? Like,
no, she was terminal.
I think God is wrathful, and she's not going to be miraculously cured by the prayers, but maybe she'll go to heaven afterwards.
It's like, can I survive? Best I can do is you don't go to hell.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll go to purgatory, which is not in the Bible at all.
No. That was us ripping off the Greeks. That's...
Yeah. As is all religion. And politics. Fucking Greeks. The boy fuckers. You know? Really had something going there.
Why does the boy fucker sound like a... like a semi-professional football team?
Whoa, that's where you went with that?
Where the Texarkana boy fuckers.
I was thinking like parody punk rock band, but okay.
Yeah, I was thinking of the Funhouse sketch, The Boy Kissers, but semi-professional, yeah, like a double-A affiliated baseball team, like the Rancho Cucamonga boy fuckers. Playing out in the sticks, but they're kind of in the LA area, so they're associated with the Dodgers. Or what is it? Who are the Timber Rattlers?
The Timber Rattlers were the ones that were associated with the Brewers, yeah.
Yeah, but where were they in? Kenosha or some weird city?
Appleton? Oshkosh or Appleton, something like that. That general area.
No, they just called the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. Oh, that's misleading. Where do they play?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Field.
I've been to their games. Appleton. Yeah, it is Appleton.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The Appleton boy fucker. That sounds bad because of Wisconsin's history of
serial killers and rapists and
yeah. Appleton's too close to Milwaukee and Jeffrey Dahmer to make that one.
All right, we're getting a little long in the tooth on this one. Packers won a game, lost a game, best record in the league, whatever. So I think we're going to do one more clap sync for safety and then the wind down. Thank you all so much for listening to the 169th episode of the Voluntary Viewing podcast, which will almost assuredly be titled, "Those People Are Goblins?" Maybe? I don't know. It's either that, what's the opposite of a snail, or I'm weak as shit. I'm laughing at the top one a little bit, so maybe that one. I don't know. We'll figure it out in post.
I'm laughing at all.
If you like what you heard, like, comment, subscribe, etc. Check us out on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for highlight clips. ActBlue link in the description to help a collection of great progressive causes. Writing. Best of luck with the week, everyone, and best of luck with 2022.